that's the name of the game. Keep running, keep striving, maintain the same hunger, that fire, that burning desire. In this long run, I'm reaching higher, live. Long run, yeah, long game. Through the struggle, through the pain, I keep my eyes on the prize, never lose sight. In this marathon of life, I'm running through the night.
Hey, good morning. Free for all Friday, 43 days, and we what? And we roll. Good morning, big dog, gotta eat. Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, Nick. Good morning, Gwen. Roll Tide to each of you. Good morning, Milton. Good morning. 43 days, and we roll. Can you dig it? Can you feel it? Good morning, DSGB, down south, Georgia boy, 84. My main man out of Athens, Georgia. Good morning, sir. Yeah, representing them dogs out of Athens. Good morning, my main man down south, and his dad, Mr. P. Man, 43 days down south. My God, and we rolling. Y'all gonna get something to eat. The big dog's gonna eat. The Tide gonna roll. The Seminoles gonna get rolled over, and Billy's still gonna be too short to play basketball. That's what's up. Good morning, Double A. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, and Roll Tide. How's everybody doing on this Free for All Friday? As we wrap up SEC Media Day, I know that wait a minute. I know that it ended yesterday. As far as the overall wrap up goes, we're gonna wrap this thing up today. Still gonna do just an hour show. Today I've got a couple of things I've got to go do, and a couple of life changing things I've got to do today. And I promise you, by Monday, you'll know more about it. Good morning, Kimberly, Sissy. Good morning. Fabulous Friday to you, sis. Fabulous Friday to you. Nicole. What the business is? You know what's up, Nicole. Good morning. Roll Tide to you. Yeah. I hope everybody's doing okay. Yes, Lord. But by Monday, you'll know exactly what's going on, and everything. And I hope it be to your liking, and everything. Hey, good morning, Bino. The GM is here. Yeah, Nick Harden. Roll Tide there, fella. 43 days, and the Tide is gonna roll. The 43 days, the Tide is gonna roll. I mean, I'm excited. Patriot Life, good morning, Patriot Life. Roll Tide, brother. Roll Tide, and just Roll Tide. I'm just saying, man. I'm sorry if B Sharp is listening. Man, I'm sorry I did not make it to the party last night. But I did watch the replay and everything. I watched that and everything. What's up, my producer Dwight's in the house? That's right, Dwight. I got to put that in there. He knows I'm getting ready to put that in. I'm going to put that on the big board. No. That's not it. There it is. But the chat is jumping already. 7. Everybody say 7. 7 more Saturdays. 7 more Saturdays. And there it is. 7 more Saturdays. And we roll. We rolling. 7 more Saturdays. And wait a minute, I hear congratulations are in order. That's right. That's right. Michelle Cochran. I see. I was watching it. She won. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Now, I want to say this to the listeners. I've got to be a man of my word. I was supposed to have done this last night, but all of you know I'm in vacation Bible school this week at our church, and I had to fulfill obligation at church, and I was unable to come on last night and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna get with B Sharp because Piano Man still gonna do his. So somebody else gonna have a chance to win too. And so we're gonna make that happen. I'm going to, like I said, a couple of, well, matter of fact, I said it yesterday. With Piano Man, with B Sharp, Coach Carl, and anybody else on here that we give away stuff, you're going to get your prize. Yeah, so you heard me. You're going to get it because I'm going to tell you this. There are so many out there that promises stuff and they don't come through with it. I'm just saying now, I'm just telling the truth. And I know the truth hurts, but here we try to we practice. We don't try. We just do. We practice integrity and we practice dignity. And so therefore I'm going to get with B Sharp, and as soon as possible, we will have another drawing. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to do it under with B, have this drawn under the B Sharp auspices, if you will. And so, and it's not going to be sent. No, Bino, shoot, man, you're going to make me say something. I'm trying to say what's right. And there's going to be no sending to the wrong address. No, we're going to get that stuff right from the start. And I got some more news for you. And this is something else that we're not going to do. Don't ask me for the cash. No, we're not going to do that. I'm going to be a man of my word. If I say we're going to do a game, we're going to do a game. That's what we're going to do. Now, if you want to take the game and sell it yourself, then you go ahead and you take the game and you sell it yourself. But you're not going to get that out of Piano Man. So we're going to be a man of our word. We're still going to operate in integrity. We're still going to operate in dignity. So I'm getting with B Sharp. Hopefully he comes on today, and we can work that out and probably do that look at him. I tell you what, I'll get with B Sharp. Yeah, I'll get with B Sharp. And so we're going to get there and we're going to do that. Is that all right with everybody? So we're not done. We're not done. We're not done. Now, I did say this now. Now watch this. And thank you, Bino. Our word is our bond. See, what makes Billy too short to play basketball because his word ain't about nothing. What's up, Jermaine? Good morning. Roll Tide, brother. Roll Tide. So we're getting with B Sharp today. Hopefully, if he comes on this morning and everything, we can work that out and just go on from there. And when he's at his place of where doing the password, we're gonna do it sort of similar like that, and we're gonna go from there. Our word is our bond. But what I also was about to say is, but now if I do a cash app drop, I don't do those things publicly. I don't believe in that. I don't listen. I don't believe in doing something to be seen, but I want to be seen doing what's right. And so if I whether it's male or female, if I ask you for your cash app and everything, just give it to me because you already know something's about to go down. All right. So I'm about to do something, and no matter, if it's maybe little, it may be medium size, it may be a nice size piece of change and everything. But I'm not gonna be like Felix the Dancing Fool. I don't expect you to be like Felix the Dancing Fool, or I don't expect you to be like Uncle Buck doing the hooker book. You know what I'm saying? But I expect you to, just if I say, hey, just give me your cash app and everything. If I come to you privately, Piano Man ain't got nothing up his sleeve but his arm. That's it. I'm just asking for your cash app because I'm about to bless you. And I do those type things privately. Okay. And that's just how I operate. And um, so Huggy, Mr. War Eagle himself is in the house. He's in the house. Yeah. Call him War Chicken. Oh man, this channel is something else. This whole series of networks are something serious, man. Boy, we just really just and we have fun with each other, and I love it. And you know what? And that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. Huggy loves Auburn. Got DSGB loves them Georgia Bulldogs. Got a Big Dog Gotta Eat loves Tennessee. We can all love our favorite teams and yet get along. We can get along. We can get along because all we're doing is talking about football. Now, we're not talking about each other's parent, or we're not talking about each other's child. We're not talking about each other. We're just talking about a football team. We're talking about a group of guys that unless you grew up with them, they really don't know you. You see what I'm saying? You just love the team. You just love that school, or or however that goes. So, thinking I'm getting at this year for everybody is to learn how to get along. We got to learn how to get along with each other. Now, I mean, I don't expect us to, well, anyway, we got to learn to get along. We can listen, we can disagree without being disagreeable. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I do on here. So my channel is all about, just we're talking about our favorite teams and so forth and so on without becoming all crazy. Let me put it that way. All my big words are escaping me today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Am I losing it? All jokes aside, Jermaine says, I hope everyone is feeling great on this lovely Friday morning. Me too, man. It's Friday. It's Friday. Now, tonight is our last night of Vacation Bible School. And I just, I'm tired. My brain is tired. And it's going to be, I've got some things to do this weekend and so forth and so on. And so, like I said, we're just going to have this hour show this morning, and we're going to just go on from there. But I'm just going to encourage everybody, as the season draws closer, as Dwight says, 7 more Saturdays. 7 more Saturdays, y'all. It is about to be on. I was sitting down last night, Dwight, after I got in from Vacation Bible School. I was sitting down last night, and mostly everybody that knows me knows that I have a calendar that I go by, and I was putting it all down, and I was, syncing my calendar up with the show and with the rest of my life, if you will, and when I got to finished out this month and went on into next month, and when I got into next month, it began to get into 30-something days, and we roll. And I said, oh my goodness. I said, just in 2 more weeks, we're going into the 30s and we roll. Like, come on, you gotta be kidding me, and everything. And I went, like I said, and I went back and I looked at my Jermaine. I went back and looked at my calendar, and I can remember when I first started that the countdown, and I can remember vividly looking at it like I said, just last night, all the way up until this morning. I can look at it until so vividly and remember we started this how many ever days, and we rolled at 109 days. 109 days. That's when we started this. We started this at the 109 day mark, and now we are down to the 43-day mark. We're down to the 43-day mark. And so now it's like, here we are, folks. And so I'm going to say what I said a few days ago concerning this, and I'm gonna say it again today. Number one is going to show us how much God has been good to us and has allowed us to see these days. Number two, Bino just hit the nail on the head. These days are really flying by, which leads me to my third point. Let me tell you something, and then you're going to look up, and it's going to be the end of the season again. See, that's the thing about football. Football, just like any other sport, it literally goes fast. Once you get in there, it actually goes fast. So I'm asking everyone, no matter if you're a Tide fan, no matter if you are a War Eagles fan, a Vols fan, it doesn't matter if you're Georgia, Notre Dame, it does not matter. Enjoy the season. Enjoy the season. That's all Piano Man is asking you to do, is enjoy the season. Now, why is Piano Man asking you to enjoy the season? Because it goes fast. You see how fast the off season is really going? Well, think about when you start playing from Saturday to Saturday to Saturday to Saturday. And then you got a bunch of games on Friday night, which we're going to look at in just a minute, because here on today's show, we're going to do like a little recap of SEC Media Day. And I was listening to the Sharpshooters last night, listening at B Sharp and Coach Sean and Jonathan and Coach Al, all of them that came on, Coach Carl, all of them came on, and I was listening to some of the things that they said. And I respect everyone's approach, and I respect everyone's opinion about SEC Media Day. But me, on the other hand, I am excited about SEC Media Day because I do like when the coaches get to talking. I really do. I like it. And for some odd reason, at this stage in my life, I realized that I should have been a coach. I should have been. But because I'm so darn old school when it comes to football, and that we were just coached a certain way, I kind of feel like that, God knows what he's doing when it comes down to the fact that Piano Man doesn't have any business coaching, because my style of coaching would be a cross between the new and the old school. Football is not a thing, is not a sport for sensitive people. It's really not a sport, because it's preparing you for life on the field, a sport on the field of life. You're going to get out there. You're going to get hit. You're going to get blindsided. You're going to get penalized. Penalties are going to happen against you. Penalties are going to go your way. All kinds of different things. Good morning, Blind Squirrel. Good morning, Gary. Roll Tide. And things are sometimes going to go your way, and things sometimes they're not going to go your way. They're going to be trick plays thrown at you. All kinds of stuff. That's how life works too. And so that's the reason why I love football. And it would give me a chance to do some awesome teaching on just life skills, life's everyday blessings, life's everyday ills, things that go along with life. There are good games we're going to have, and there are some games we're not going to do so good. But the catch is this right there, is on this wise. How do you navigate? Which leads me to SEC Media Day, and I'm basically focusing on Alabama. The reason that I am excited is because one thing I have to give Coach DeBoer credit for, and I've heard almost every content creator, podcaster, broadcaster, I've heard almost everyone allude to this right here. He took accountability for last season's 9-4 record. He took accountability. I love that 3 players that represented Caden Proctor, Tim Keenan, and Caden Proctor, Tim Keenan, Deontay Lawson. I enjoyed those 3 young men. Okay, cool. Okay, Dwight. Well, we're gonna help. Well, you can help me out. Okay, you can help me out. And so let's get it. We're gonna get it done. I enjoyed the fact that if you go on X, it showed all 3, Lawson, Proctor, Keenan. It showed them 3 before they even went out and faced the public. They all huddled together and they had prayer. They had prayer. And it goes to show the mindset of our leaders of the team, that they believe in honoring God. And I believe that's the start of success. The start of success, in my opinion, is the honor of God, the honor of the Creator. Honor him. And then it went from there. And so what ends up happening is that they answered the questions. They said, the questions that were asked of them, they answered them in the most professional way possible. They didn't give away too much. And they said the things that were necessary to say. Coach DeBoer, just to me, he knocked it out the park in every aspect of his interviews. In every interview, he knocked it out the park. He came with it. He was a lot more confident. He was just to the point. Once again, I have to give a shout out to my producer Dwight, who let us know that when Coach DeBoer, the day before he went to SEC Media Day, he nailed it on the head on the Miller's Edge. Now I'm gonna put a plug in right here for the guys over there at Tide 100.9. That's a great place. I don't listen to all of the shows all of the time, but I do go back and I do listen to the replays when I get the chance to. And I'm telling you now, Tide 100.9, along with all those other podcasters and content creators that I listed, that I name almost every day, and if not every day, every other day, and everything. I just I'm doing college football as well. I'm doing college football, but you've given me an idea. I can do Madden. I can do that too. But I'm going to do I'm doing college football and everything. And then later on, I will do a Madden. You know what, Ephraim, you just gave me an idea. I will do a Madden by the time the season starts. Okay. But I'm getting ready to work with Dwight on getting my college football 26 out and all that good stuff. So we're going to get that done and everything, and continue to be a man of our word. So, but back to what I, like Coach Al said last night, that quiet confidence is scary because no one knows what's up his sleeve. Exactly. And that's what I liked about Coach DeBoer. Man, hush. I know, Ephraim, and I'm not laughing today. I just wasn't expecting what you said this early in the morning. I wasn't expecting that at all. But man, thank you for your service, bro. Thank you for your service. But the governor's here. Good morning, Governor. Good morning, sir. Good morning. But let me tell you this. My thing is that for some people it says all just talk, but you know what? But you have to do those things, because these things are some things that you have to do. You just can't dismiss them and everything. But I love the confidence that Coach DeBoer was speaking with. I love the confidence that the Lawson, Proctor, Keenan were speaking with. They're ready. I believe they're locked in. Now, in 2 weeks now, well, a little less than 2 weeks now, the Tide will begin their first practice. And so that's what I was listening to on, I forgot where I was, and I was listening to a bunch of them. I really couldn't sleep. And I was listening to a multitude of different interviews that Coach DeBoer was on and everything. And his tune didn't change at all. And in every interview that he had, I love the word that he used was continuity. Continuity. He used continuity. And so, in just summing it up for Alabama, I'm of the firm persuasion Alabama's going to be fine. Now, let's get this on out there. I'm going to say this again. I've said it before. Coach Carl has said it. Coach Al has said it. Coach Sean has said it. B. Sharp has said it. A lot of us have said it. Jonathan Lewis has said it. A bunch of us, Clint Lamb, all of us. Alabama's going to be okay. But there are some working pieces. There are a lot of things that they're doing, because they're doing some things, and that's why they're coaching and we're not. That's why they're coaching and we're not. And so what happens is that we have to allow them to do their job. Because if we were on the job, we would want others to let us do our job. So let them do their thing. They're getting paid to do that. We're just fans. That's all we are. We're just fans. And so, it's easy to coach from the armchair. It's easy to coach from the stands, but it takes a hell of a person to get down there on that sideline and get paid to do it. And you got over 100,000 fans screaming at you because you feel like something should be done this way, whatever. So let them folks do their job. But I'm with Coach. As the world is turning, exactly, you're overlooking, and that's what you want. And in certain cases, that's what you want. Which leads me to the rest of the SEC. Now, I've said this about Bama. There's a lot more that I could say, but hey, I'm just waiting on. I'm not waiting on August the 30th. I'm waiting on the first day of practice, and then we can go from there. Because trust me, let's be honest, that's when things begin to. I mean, they're heating up now, but when they put those pads on or however they're going to do, and they get out there on that field, now that's when all the talk stops. That's when all the talk stops. Fix what is broken and return and retune what's working, put in work, reap benefit. I got you. But as the world turns, as the world is turning, I get you. They're overlooking Bama, and Bama will show them we are still Bama, and that's happening too as well. But I'm gonna tell you something else. And as the world is turning, and this goes for everybody, and I'm pretty sure you will agree with me when I say this. When I was watching SEC Media Day, and I realized that everybody sees things through different lenses, they see it through their own, whatever. Check this out. Everybody knows Bama's still Bama. They picked it up. They picked up on it. They know. It's delusional folks. It's delusional folks who feel like that Nick Saban was Bama. It's the delusional folks who feel like that. Well, once Nick Saban's gone, that's it for Bama. There's no more Bama because Mr. Bama is Nick Saban. No, that's not true. Those guys, those other coaches, and everybody that has to play Alabama. Oh, trust me when I tell you, they know Bama is gonna come with it. Why do you think they were playing it so hard last year? Because at any moment Bama could strike, and there were some games that they did, and there were some games that the team didn't. But that's why Coach the board this year is talking continuity all the way across. And he realizes that, and he's even said that it's the little things that you got to fix. Which leads me now back to the rest of the SEC. It's going to be a fun year. I'm serious. It's going to be fun to watch. Now, I'm going to pull my Bible out. No, let me pull out Bible number. This Bible number 2. This is my A-Day program. Pull out Bible number 2. And everything. Now I'm looking at everybody's schedule. I'm just gonna run through it right quick. Just some important games. Now we're on a new board with shiny new pieces. Yeah, that's right, Governor. Shiny new pieces. What's up, Panama Jack? Good morning. Good to see you. But I'm just gonna tell you, Panama Jack, my tune ain't changed. Y'all first. Ain't nobody studying y'all. Hey, Panama Jack. See, you missed it yesterday. My nephew was here, and he's a big Florida State fan. And one of these days, my second oldest son is going to be here. He's going to be in here. He's a big Florida State fan. I'm going to try to who is the 401k crew? I'm going to put it to you like this. 401k crew, identify yourself. You're going to see here in just a second. All I'm going to tell him to do, all I'm going to ask them to do is when they get in the chat, just say 401k. And you'll see who 401k crew is. They're Ephraim. 401k crew, identify yourself. But anyway, Ephraim wants to know who you are and everything. So anyway, all of the SEC is going to be coming for each other this year. Trust me when I tell you, it's going to be see. Let me move on, man. Let me move on. Oh boy. One of the prerequisites from being on the 401k crew is to have a job. I just thought I would throw that disclaimer in there right there. So, as well, Piano Man, I have to give to you your props. You're a real genuine content creator. I love watching your show. This is what we need. You don't bring up personal life to the channel. Also, John, thank you. To God be the glory. I'm not trying, man. I'm just trying to bring life and peace to everybody's to bring life and peace and joy to people's life. And please forgive me as the world is turning. But see, when I see something in the chat and it stops me in mid-sentence, it makes me laugh. And by the way, y'all, this is Free for All Friday. I do have a script that I'm going by, but it's actually Free for All Friday. So have you say, just keep it respectful and everything. But the original 401k crew is Gil Cruz, the original Bino, Brian Thomas, the Governor, JB718, the White, my producer, Gary, Susan, Carla. See, I can't do it. It's early in the morning. I ain't had my tea and everything. Is that it? OG Gil. I think I said Gil twice. OG Gil, the Governor, JB718, Dwight, Bino, the GM, Gary, the lookout man, KT, who's always on assignment, Carla, Susan. Yeah. And so that's the original 401k crew. And the requirement, you can't join in that. I got to assign that to you. I got to assign that. So if there are honorary members of the 401k crew, they're just not on the payroll 401k crew. But you got and Uncle Jay. I forgot about and Uncle Jay. is part of the 401k crew. But 401k crew is that crew that, first of all, we believe in work. We believe in work, real jobs, real jobs. We believe in real jobs. 401k crew, we believe in making sure that we we practice what we preach. 441 or 401. 401. Now we deal with, at first we was the keeping it a buck crew, but we began to we were talking about finances and things like that. Oh, glad somebody please put finances in the chat. Just write the word finances down, which, because it's going to lead me to something else. I just need you to put the word finances in the chat for me, and it's going to remind me to ask you all about something, okay? Because we do more than just talk about. Stephen, you're gonna have to see the governor about that one right there, sir. Governor JB, I'm gonna need you to handle up on that, please. But we stress work. We stress taking care of our families. We stress looking out for our families. That's what the 401k crew is about. It just ain't about a title that I gave somebody. It's about something that we stand for. Something that we believe in. And we ain't just talking, we walk what we talk. We believe in it. We believe in that. And so we will, and we're not going to take your money, but we want to tell you more or less about, because Piano Man, thank you, Kimberly. Yes, you are. Thank you. That's my sissy, y'all. Kimberly's my sissy and one of my biggest supporters. And I love my sissy. She knows it too. And she just support. No, you do more than just support, Kimberly. And I don't want you to ever think like that. You're more than just a supporter. We love you over here, and you know that. Okay. But one of the things that we do is we just believe in just doing what we do. I'll tell you about it in a minute, JB. I'll tell you about it in a minute, bro. But listen, but we are serious minded about taking care of our families, and we men the 401k crew. We men in the 401k crew, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm serious. No female over here gets called out of her name. We don't do that. Nobody gets called out of their name. And part of that's where that keeping it a buck comes in. We don't do that, and we don't allow it. Because our females and our ladies and our 401k are just that. They are precious to us. Can I get an amen, Governor? They are precious to us, and we love them, and we respect them. And so when all of the females come through, we respect them. That's part of what we're about. Yeah, we love Alabama football. We love talking about football. And yes, we may say some stuff. People may say some stuff, and we don't always agree and stuff like that. But what we've learned to do is we've learned to disagree without being disagreeable. And not only do we respect them, we protect our ladies in the 401k crew. See, and so I got two guys, JB, OG Gill. They're from Brooklyn. I'm talking about 20 toes down and 50 fingers up. Mess with that, mess with somebody, and you're gonna find out. And I know how they roll. Bino, Gary, Dwight, Uncle Jay, Piano Man. We don't play when it comes down to the ladies in the 401k crew. We don't play. And if you really want to make someone upset, and I just thought I'd just throw that out there, because when you asked about who's the 401k crew, I just not so much want you to know who they were, but I just want you to know what 401k crew stands for. So people won't get, because we believe in family. We believe in family. Okay? We believe in family. and I just so happen to be the ringleader because I don't mind, I don't mind. And then when they hear me say that, they 401k crew knows what I mean when I say I don't mind. And so I believe in peace, I believe in love, I believe in honoring God, but I'm gonna protect my family. That's how that runs. And so I don't have to. Yep, that's right, DSGB. I'm gonna protect all the females at all costs. And that's not just an Alabama thing. That's a life thing. That's a life thing. Yes, sir. That's a life thing. See, and so we disrespect if you want to. I'm gonna tell you what. Crown Heights and East Flatbush over here. See, there they go. I knew I shouldn't have went there. But anyway, that's what the 401k crew is about. Contrary to popular belief, that's what they are about. And like Kimberly just said, we are Bama, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are. We're Bama all the way, but we are pro-life. We are pro, and in the words of JB, disrespect, not JB, Governor, disrespect will be addressed immediately. Immediately. And this ain't nothing that just started. This has been going on. So, KT, good morning. What the business is? I ain't mean to ignore you there, KT. You already know, but when I'm on a roll like that, I got and I'm gonna protect the house. I'm gonna protect the house. So Ephraim, that's who 401k crew is. And Ephraim, you know where you stand, dog. You know where you stand. You know what's up, player. You know what's up. Nicole, you know what's up. You know what's up. What's up don't need to be explained. If you know what's up, it doesn't need to be explained. Okay? Now I'm gonna go on and say this. I'm as country as a truckload of watermelon. So let me tell you something. But I got my start in West Virginia. So y'all go figure. Okay? So I know all about Brooklyn. Hung out there, halfway reared up in there. See, so I know what the governor and OG about. That's right. So double A. You know what? I started to say double A MCO, but I don't want you tracking me down, want to beat me up. Anyway, back to what I was saying before we had that little disclaimer there, because I love my 401k crew and they know it. 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 And all that good stuff. But but everybody in this chat, you family. And so JB still on that East Coast double A. He still got that East Coast down in. They know what the business is. But anyway, this got to get rolling here. This particular, I'm not gonna mess with them honeybees this morning. Well, Latoya, because she gives me a hard way to go about them honeybees. I'm not gonna get started on them honeybees this morning, Stephen. I'm not. I ain't gonna know. I'm not gonna, thank you, KT. I hope you know. Y'all know. Oh gosh, Latoya that showed up. See, I believe that was calculated. Stephen. You bring up the honeybees, and now here comes Latoya. I think y'all got that together just to get me to say something about the honeybee and everything. Well, they all over the place, Stephen. We just gonna have to go looking, bruh. It's Free for All Friday. Welcome to the morning run with Piano Man. It is Free for All Friday and everything. I'm trying my best to talk about wrap up a day, to wrap up the SEC Media Day and everything. And y'all taking me to the honeybee. You're taking me to the 401k crew. And then now somebody come talking about you still got the sugar. Y'all leave Coach Roan alone. Leave Coach. God rest you, Coach Roan. Love you, man. Man, leave Coach Roan alone. Coach Roan I told y'all how that story came up. I saw my former basketball coach And I asked him how he was doing. He said, well, when do you know I got the sugar? I said, you got the you got the sugar. Man, what? Dwight, I'm gonna talk to y'all about that at the end of the show. You know, I have Vacation Bible School this week and everything. So if we do, I'm gonna figure it out. So, you know, I'll be on late. Let's put it like that. So I'll be on late. So I'll probably just have to get the link from KB and then come on later on and all that good stuff. So, but anyway, so let me get back on track here. No, Latoya, we're not going to talk about the sugar. We're not going to talk about the honeybees. We ain't going to talk about the honey and the rock, the honey and the moon and the cheese. None of that. We're going back to regularly scheduled programming. Let's wrap up SEC Media Day, which leads me to this. Everybody's going to be coming after everybody, okay? But I'm telling you all now, I will not be distracted in Jesus' name. Everybody's going to be coming after everybody. But I'm telling y'all now, watch week one. Week one. No AA, but I am. But did you see when they did the premiere the other night? A whole lot of the former Tide players whether they were under Bear Bryant, whether they were under Ray Perkins, Bill Curry, anybody, a lot of those guys are still here, and they were at the premiere of Nothing But a Winner. As soon as I'm going to see it, I'm going to see it. I will go see it. You know, matter of fact, somewhere floating around the house, I have Bear Bryant's book. I have his book. Matter of fact, I want to say he wrote 2 that I can remember, and one of them was the name of the movie, I Ain't Nothing But a Winner, and everything. Thank you, Stephen. Please let me be great today. You know, so I'm just saying. So, but I'm telling everybody for a couple of those teams in the SEC, that first game, I've already told you all how I feel about Bama FSU. That game is important for both teams. I've told you to watch Auburn at Baylor. That game is going to be important. I'm telling y'all now, that game will be important for both of those teams. Why? Because both teams have something to prove. Both teams. These teams that and Baylor didn't have necessarily a down year last year, but Auburn did. Baylor is seeking to improve. Which leads me to, and I got to, they've already had Big 12 Media Day and everything, and I've got to see, you know, what was the final projection in that, who's going to win what. But I'm telling you now, Texas Tech is not going to be a joke at all. Baylor's not going to be a joke at all. I'm not sure where Colorado's going to stand, but I will tell you this, Deion going to have to do his good coaching this year. Deion Sanders is going to have to do his good coaching this year. No Shedeur, no Travis Hunter. Deion is going to have to really do his good coaching in that Big 12 this year. But I'm telling you all now, as far as that SEC goes, these first games for quite a few of our teams, these first games are going to be in trouble. And good morning, B Sharp. Man, happy. No. I said happy birthday to you yesterday. But, man, continue blessings to you, my brother. And I was watching the show last night. Please forgive me for not being able to be on. Like I told you, Vacation Bible School, you know, these last 2 nights. And tonight we end. Man, great show. I went back and watched, and I left something in the chat. I watched it over my phone after you finished and everything. Great show. And congratulations to all of the winners, and we will be doing ours to continue to be a man of our word, and we'll go from there. Okay, so shout out everybody. Let's say good morning to B Sharp, our brother, our brother, our brother. Yes, Lord. He turned 34. I almost said 33. I almost kept it at the same age. He turned 34, and man, he was coming on with it. But I love that Coming to America clip that you use. But that's not my favorite line in the movie. But I'm gonna get Dwight to hook my favorite line in that movie up, and I'm gonna have to use it somewhere because it's not so much just a thing about money. But my favorite line in the movie is when he said, "If Mama named him Clay, I'm gonna call him Clay." That's my line there, man. and then when he got to that part when the king got to New York, B Sharp, and when they come in all them flowers, he runs up out of there. He says, "I'm searching for my son, a king." The barber said, "Oh, who?" "Akeem, the boy upstairs." Oh, man. Now you can imitate. I really can imitate James Earl Jones. I have his voice down pat. I got his voice down pat. I could really imitate him. But oh yeah, man. Many more videos to come. My son works. Boy, Coming to America, B Sharp, man, that was brilliant, man. Man, John Amos did his good acting in that there, man. John Amos was a trip. You ain't never met Dr. Martin Luther King. He ain't lying. Man, the barbershop scene was golden. That was platinum acting up in there, man. If a man wants to be called by his name, then that's what he should be called. So please tell me, so I can show you without telling you or without really saying, I've watched this movie 1,000,000 times. Oh my goodness. I am very happy to be here. That is like, okay, y'all, let's go. Let's get back to it. I've had my Coming to America spiel, and I thank you, B Sharp, for that, man. Bro, that was brilliant, man. That was brilliant. That's much. If you've not seen last night's show from Sharpshooters, please go back and watch it when he gets ready to do the giveaway, the video part, and when he does that, when I tell you he's got his own money, he's got his own money. Oh man, yeah, Prince even had a job in that movie. Yes, my soul. I can't hit that note this morning. But anyway, Soul Glow. Man, I'm going to tell you. So anyway, but these first games, y'all, Auburn, Baylor, LSU, Clemson, Texas, Ohio State. And believe it or not, believe it or not, Mississippi State at Southern Miss. That's going to be a good one. Trust me. That's going to be a good game. And we all know Bama playing FSU. But then the very next week, y'all, I've told everybody on September the 6th, the night that Alabama plays ULM, Oklahoma and Michigan goes at it. Now, speaking of Michigan, I'm in another chat. Thank you, Kimberly. I believe Baylor will beat Auburn. I just got a funny feeling Baylor's gonna upset Auburn. I believe they're gonna beat them. Now, if they were playing them over there in Undertaker Cemetery, I give it to Auburn. I give it to them hands down. If they were playing in Auburn, I'll give it to Auburn hands down and say Auburn will beat Baylor in Auburn. But I don't see Auburn beating Baylor in Waco. I don't believe that'll happen. So I believe Auburn will get his first loss there. You know. Yeah, I believe I'm just of that firm persuasion. And Auburn, and then when Auburn, then they play Ball State and South Alabama, and then Auburn goes to Oklahoma, and then they play Texas A&M. Auburn has a one heck of a schedule. They really do. And I'm concerned, and I've said it all, you know. I heard that from about Kyle, and big shout out to Kyle Henderson. That's the man there. That's one of the dudes there. Shout out to Kyle. Keep doing what you do, bro. Man, you and Ty Hayes and B Sharp and a lot of your great inspirations to the rest of us that are just getting into this thing, and so we can learn a lot from them. But I'm telling y'all now, there are some games that's going to change. But now, speaking of Michigan, now since this is Free for All Friday, speaking of Michigan is still under investigation, and y'all know what that's all about. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna move on from that. I don't believe that the NCAA is going to do nothing to Michigan. I don't think that they will. If they do, it's going to be a slap on the wrist. I'm just saying. LaToya, Baylor, and Auburn plays on that Friday night, August 29th. I'm going to be tailgating that night. I'm going to start my tailgate. I told you I'm going to start my tailgate August the 22nd. Because on August the 21st, the Black Book and everything goes up for Piano Man, you know, going to weddings and wedding renewals. Because I'm going to tell you what, I do have a wedding renewal to play for on August the 9th. They caught me just in time. See, somebody asked me to play for them on August the 9th, and I'm going to play for them. August the 9th. See, somebody heard Piano Man. They heard me. Somebody heard me. So I'm going to be playing for a wedding renewal, the renewal of the vows on August the 9th. See, the people think I'm playing with them. That's going to be one down, and I think that's going to be about the only one. Okay, and so now I do have a banquet to attend on the 23rd. I do have a banquet to attend, but and that's a church thing, so you know that's something a little different. But don't come in talking about I need you to do something for church, blah 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 blah, and then end up trying to be your wedding. No, I ain't falling for that trick. No. Yeah, exactly. Bino, they're not gonna do nothing to Michigan. As much as people are calling for the NCAA to do something about Michigan, they're not going to do anything about it. I don't know why everybody's holding their breath. I don't know why. I don't know why everybody's holding their breath. Because if you were really going to do something about Michigan, you would have done it by now. When all of this first came up, and please don't get me wrong, I know all about due process and due diligence. I got all of that. I'm a criminal justice major. I know all of that runs. But if there has been what's the word I want to use? If there's been just this proof that this is out there and you still ain't done nothing, it sounds to me like you doing more than trying to just get your facts together. Sounds to me like you're dragging your feet. Okay? So they're not going to do anything to Michigan. If they do, that's going to surprise me greatly. It will surprise me. But I'm telling you, back to what I was saying, but that week 2 game for Oklahoma, Michigan, watch that game. If you're not watching Alabama, ULM, be careful, be sure and watch that game. South Carolina in their first game is playing Virginia Tech. I told JB that's going to be the Atlanta game this year. The SEC versus the ACC. That's going to be the Atlanta game. Watch. Well, yeah, that game is going to be important. But now I literally thought, y'all, that the LSU Clemson game would have been played in Atlanta as opposed to being played at Clemson. Now, I'm gonna be through with this part of the show when I talk about this. The LSU Clemson game is going to be important for both teams too. 2 top 25 teams, I'll put it that way, because I don't exactly know where LSU is going to be ranked, Clemson either, but I do know both of them will be ranked in the top 25. 2 top 25 teams, and also 2 possible Heisman Trophy candidates. Garrett Nussmeier, Caleb Lubnick. I'm just being honest about it. 2 possible Heisman Trophy candidates going at it that early in the season, the very first ball game. That game is going to be lit, and that's going to be the primetime game that night of August the 30th. That night of August the 30th. Now, I'm about to pull my binder out here. Man, being this particular content creator podcaster that I am, there's a lot of information that you have to keep. And you kind of manufacture and, you build your rep here. But let me tell you, and then that's that Saturday. But LaToya, on that Sunday, no. Let me go back to that Saturday. Let me give you another game. OG Gill, you're going to like this. Syracuse and Tennessee. That's going to be a good game. Syracuse is playing Tennessee. Wait a minute. Oh, whoa, JB. Wait a minute. I was wrong, bruh. I was wrong, man. Check this out. According to this now, hold up. Hold it. Let me go to my other Bible. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, Clinton. Okay, here we go. JB, you're going to like this, JB. You're going to like this, OG Gill. You're going to like this. Check this out, Governor. Syracuse and Tennessee are also playing at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, as well as the very next night, Virginia Tech and South Carolina are both playing in Atlanta at the Mercedes-Benz Dome. Okay, so you're going to have 2 games. So, man, wow. So we are getting 2 games there in Atlanta this year, Governor. So they did that thing this time, man. They did that. So Syracuse and Tennessee are playing Saturday in Atlanta. Virginia Tech, South Carolina are playing that Sunday, August the 31st in Atlanta. Man, Atlanta going to be hopping that weekend, man. I'm just saying. They're going to be hopping that weekend. But LSU Clemson, we know that they're playing at 6:30 on ABC that night. on the 30th, as well as Alabama, Florida State. They're playing at 2:30. Good morning, G, Bama boy. Roll Tide. We letting them go to Atlanta early in the season because they not seeing it at the end of the year. You got it right, Governor. Because I believe that's going to be all crimson over there, man. It's gonna be a Crimson Tide party. But back to what I was about to say. On that Sunday now, on that Sunday afternoon, you're gonna have Virginia Tech and South Carolina at 2 o'clock. But Sunday night, check this out. Notre Dame is playing Miami. Now we're going to see, that's what I'm saying. Some of these first games, folks, are going to be important games. They're going to be important games. I'm just saying. Shout out to all 33 y'all in the chat. If you're listening, looking, and lurking on the outside, do me a favor. Hey, hit the like button anyway. Everybody hit the like button. I hadn't seen anybody say hit the like button, so apparently people are hitting it, and I thank you for that. But if you've never subscribed to the chat, thankful for 268 subscribers. Thankful for that. 268 subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. But I would love to be at 300 by the end of next week. But I heard somebody yesterday. I read somebody put in the chat yesterday. They want to get Coach Carl and I to 1,000. Yes, let's get there. Let's get there. Let's get there. So I'm ready. I'm ready to move now. Let's get, for those of us that are not at 1,000, LaQuasia, Coach Carl, Coach Al, myself, and others, DSGB84, Zach Pitcher Gaming, others that are not at 1,000. Help us get there. Help us get there. If you are a subscriber to any of our channels, bring in more subscribers. Help us get there. Just like we helped B Sharp get there. He's helping us get there, but we need the help of others to get there. Because like I say every day, this kitchen is big enough for everybody to cook in, and everybody can get something to eat, okay? So, but on August the 31st, that's Sunday, you're going to have Notre Dame at Miami, Virginia Tech at South Carolina, and then that Monday night will be TCU and North Carolina. So that weekend, that first weekend of college football is going to be lit. Now, as the time goes and we get closer to it, we're going to dive into each game little by little and talk more about it. But I'm just more or less giving you a heads up on this is what's coming. This is what's coming. It's here. It's getting here, folks. And as the producer said the other day, for us, football season has officially began. Why? Because of the media days. SEC Media Day. So we're here now. 43 days. 43 days. And at 2:30 p.m. East Central Standard Time, 3:30 Eastern, August the 30th, on ABC, you've got Alabama Crimson Tide invading whatever the name of that stadium is in Tallahassee. Where are we going to be playing Florida State? It's going to be on. It's going to be popping. It's going to be lit. But Alabama going to take care of BIDNESS, business. And when somebody asks me what's happening, I'm going to say everything. What you want to happen. That's what we're going to be saying. I'm just saying now. So don't ask me what's happening. I'm just going to tell you everything. What you want to happen. And so, there she is. That's the administrative assistant. There's Carla, the one, the only. I'm just saying. And so, but there are some awesome first games. There are some awesome first games coming up, folks. And I'm telling you now, with some of these teams, that first game is going to kind of show which way you're headed. Now, does the first game define you? No, that's not what Piano Man is saying. What Piano Man is saying is that it is very, very important. They're very important. So Syracuse, Tennessee, important game. Because let's just be frank right here. Tennessee really can't afford to lose that game. I'm being honest. Because why? Why not? Just can't lose it. You gotta come with it. That's all Piano Man is saying. Alabama, Florida State. Two teams that have something to prove. Prove it on the field. Virginia Tech, South Carolina. Notre Dame, Miami. TCU, North Carolina. And then let's not forget that we also have Ohio State, Texas, and then on that Friday night, Auburn versus Baylor. And then those are my games. Now, I'm going to say this, and some people are going to look at me sideways. If you going to bet, you better bet responsibly. Bet sensibly. Bet. Now, if I were anybody betting, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm gonna say this. If you're going to bet, I'd rather do a money line than try to do a points and an over and an under. Not on the first game of the year. Not on the first one. Maybe later I do overs and unders. Cause see, the line is going to fluctuate. See, you can't be afraid to talk about that kind of stuff because people do this. But okay, let me look at that. Okay, while I get right here. Here we go. Watch this. Let me show you. In that Auburn and Baylor game, the line is Auburn -2. Okay. The over and the under is 57. Now, in that particular game, if I just had to go by those two, if I had to either go money line, over under, spread. Me personally, I do money line. Who's going to win the game? As opposed to the over and the under and the Auburn -2. Or unless you're going to play low and make 2 bets and then or 3 bets or have it go and then hit all 3. Because in certain ones you can't do all 3 at the same time. They're not going to let you. But I'm just saying now, if you're going to bet responsibly and bet with some sense. But if it were me, I would not bet on the spread and I would not bet on the over and under in that Baylor and Auburn game. Matter of fact, I wouldn't bet on the spread or the overs and the unders in any of them. I bet money line first. That's what I would do. I would bet money line first. So those games are going to be those are going to be some of my highlight games. LSU Clemson. The line is even basically. Yeah, the line is even, and the over and under is 57. High scoring game. 57. So they're looking for it to be close. I know that Alabama, Florida State, the line is Alabama, and I think it's 12. Let me see. I think it's 12. I don't have time to look. We got plenty of time to talk about it. But those are some of the games that I'm just letting you know that those first games, and that's what I took away from SEC Media Day, that all of those coaches, I hear you, Stephen. Excuse me, all of those coaches know that this is a crucial year because here's the other thing about it, ladies and gentlemen, and that's this here. I've said it before. I've said it again. I sound redundant, but here we go. Over half of the SEC is starting quarterbacks for the first time. I mean, their first year starting. Now, Arch Manning Arch Manning is a different case, but he's still getting the start. He's new. He's starting. Gunnar Stockton, from the start, yes, he came in at the last, got hurt in that. Carson Beck got hurt in the SEC championship game, and Gunnar Stockton comes in, and then he takes over in the next game because Carson Beck is gone for the year. But this will be Gunnar Stockton's first time starting from the start, from the get-go. Ty Simpson or whomever it may be. Because you heard me say, you even heard those players say, I keep saying Tyler Booker, Caden Proctor, Deontay Lawson, Tim Keenan. When asked about Ty Simpson, they all said Alabama is in a quarterback battle. Now, take those guys' word for it. If anybody know, they know. They know. Okay? They know. So I'm just taking it from a standpoint of, if anybody knows what the business is here, these guys know. So you just can't up and just write somebody in, because this is, we'll say, well, for all intents and purposes, this is how it's going to happen. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I'm just going to leave it like that, okay? So whatever is chosen for us, that whatever is chosen for the team, that's what's going on. That's how it's going to go. Now, do I want to see Ty start? I would love to see him start. But if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to fuss and raise sand about it. I'm just going to go with whatever the coaches say. And that's how we're going to go. But we'll see. But I just love the way that our guys did what they did. But the point that I'm making is that these games are going to be important. You got new quarterbacks on the scene, man. It's gonna be something to see. That's all Piano Man gonna say. It's gonna be something to see. So over half of the SEC, and when it gets to be like that, y'all, and this is why, because of that, this is why in certain folks projection of things, this is why some people feel like that LSU might pull it off this year. But I was telling my little brother last night, I don't think so. LSU couldn't do nothing. Okay, the first year Brian Kelly was there, yes, he beat Nick Saban. Yes, he beat him. But the last two times they played, Bama mopped the floor with LSU. Beat them. Last year, beat them in their place so soundly. Beat them in their place so soundly, it wasn't even no ball game right after halftime. So that's why I said, so what's going to change this year for LSU? I'm just saying now. I'm just saying. So Garrett Nussmeier may just be the best. That's what they're saying. That Garrett Nussmeier just may be the best quarterback in the nation this year. Not Arch Manning, Garrett Nussmeier. I'm just being honest. That's what they're saying. Me personally, it remains to be seen. Because if you're going on the fact that he's coming back and he's one of the main starters coming back, main quarterbacks coming back, yep. But so is Cade Klubnik. And I'm gonna tell you this. Don't sleep on Clemson's wideouts. Those dudes are fire. Go look at their stats. Their stats will tell you. Clemson's gonna be okay, and their defense is gonna be pretty good. So you can't count Clemson out. Just saying, it's going to be interesting. There's a lot of talk even coming. I know some people don't want to hear this name. They want to hear this team, but it is what it is. They are the defending champions, but there's some tidings coming out of Columbus. Ephraim, you're right. See, you're right. See, this is going to be a funny year in the SEC. I'm telling you now, it's going to be a funny year in the SEC. And listen, and if Nussmeier was running for his life with an O-line that quite a few of them went to the NFL, and you're replacing them with newbies, who's to say? And they're going to have to, and I'm going to be honest with you, LSU this year is going to have to depend on their defense to get them over the hump and some stuff. They're going to have to depend on their defense in game one. Trust me on that. They're going to have to depend on their defense in game one. I'm serious. They're going to have to. They're going to depend on their defense to do a yeoman's job in game one. I'm serious. I'm serious as all get out. They're going to have to depend on it. So this year, these first games, ladies and gentlemen, watch them closely. Watch them closely. Now, right quick, SEC Media Day is in the book. I'm gonna get ready to get out of here because I gotta go do something that's dealing with life here in a minute. But anyway, I want to do this first because this kind of brings me joy. You didn't see with the Clemson quarterback. Klubnik, go back and look at his stats, AA. He listen, Clemson quietly handled their business now, even though they lost some game. What's up, Moon Rocker? What's up, bro? They those receivers from Clemson, AA, I'm telling you, if you go back and look at their stats, you'll say, where did this come from? They was doing the doggone thing last year. It was hard for me to even believe it because you didn't hear that much about Clemson unless it was something crazy. And when Syracuse beat Miami, remember, that's what got Clemson on in there. Remember that now. Clemson had to have some help because Clemson was dead in the water, if you will. You know. And then Syracuse pulled off that upset. And that got Clemson in there. And Clemson, you know. Now, I haven't forgiven Clemson for what they did. Now, I believe that, well, anyway, enough about that. Anyway. You know. I ain't studying Clemson, but Clemson, the stats, Klubnik, and pull out my Bible again. Let me see if I can pull his. I'm trying to. Yeah, here we go. After a shaky first season as a starter, Clemson quarterback Cade Klubnik was outstanding as a junior. He had 43 total touchdowns, 36 passes, 7 rushing, and flashed his 5-star talent time after time as the Tigers ranked in the top nationally in scoring offense and total offense and scoring offense. It doesn't give the yardage. Let me see if the other one does it. Let me see here. Here we go. Let me see something here. It's not giving the yardage. Here we go, AA. Here you go. Right here. Clemson finished 11th nationally in total offense, owing to Klubnik's 4,100 102 total yards, and 43 total scores. He passed for an eye-popping 36 touchdowns against just 6 interceptions. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. He quietly did it. Klubnik did it he didn't do it with a lot of fanfare because a lot of attention was not given him. Because remember, in that first ball game against Georgia, Georgia annihilated them. Georgia annihilated them. And so that shut down a whole lot of Klubnik, Klubnik talk. And so they quietly went about their business. Klubnik was having a pretty good year. So that's why I said it's going to be something to see. Now I begin to end with this. Now that SEC Media Day is concluded, yeah, he did, and you're right, Double A. I said the same thing, but you see what the end result was: over 4,000 yards and 43 total touchdowns after that debacle in game one. Because Georgia destroyed him. Georgia, and that wasn't even the best Georgia defense. See, and that's how Georgia got hyped up the way that they did. Let's just go on and call a spade right there. That's how Georgia got hyped up by the media by that game right there, because everybody was looking for Clemson to do their thing. And I was one of them too, because I kept telling everyone Georgia defensively was not going to be that dominant this year. And they pulled a rabbit out the hat in that first game. But as time went on, as the season went on, both Georgia and Clemson sort of went in opposite directions. Now, don't get me wrong. I still would give Georgia their props. They are the SEC champs. They are. They beat Texas twice. Let's put it this way. They beat everybody whose name wasn't Alabama. They beat everybody whose name wasn't Alabama, Ole Miss, Notre Dame. But in that SEC, the only team they couldn't beat was us and Ole Miss. And I told you that was going to happen. That was going to happen. Because Georgia's dominance, that 15-0 dominating defense that they've had like that. That's gone. That part is gone. I'm not being hateful when I say it. I'm not being facetious when I say it. I'm being factual. That's gone. That dominance is gone. But they handle their business. I have to give them that. I have to. You give honor to whom honor is due. Georgia did that. They shut Texas down twice. If I were to, and Texas up here talking all this smack, and you couldn't beat Georgia, and then Georgia turns around and beats you in the SEC championship game with a backup quarterback. That I'll tell you right there. That should have told you right there something was wrong. So I'm just saying. Now, so now the SEC Media Day is in the books. In the chat, right quick. We've heard all of the talk. We've heard all of the projections and this and that and the third. I got 5 minutes to do this. In the chat, right quick. Who do you think makes it to the SEC championship game? I'm gonna put mine in the chat. In fact, I'll beat y'all in there. This is who I think is going into the SEC championship game. I didn't ask you who you think would win it. I asked you who you think was going to play in it. There's mine. Both saying Bama, Texas, Bama, Texas. Okay, thank you, Double A Finances. Thank you. I was going to end with this, but thank you about the finance. Bama Clemson national championship game. Okay. Latoya said Bama Georgia in the SEC day. That's who I believe. Kimberly said Bama Georgia. I believe it's going to be Bama Georgia. That's what I put. Steven said Bama Texas. Mostly said Bama Texas. I believe Bama Georgia. It's easy to see that Texas has an easy road in the SEC, and that's true too. Here's my problem. Susan said Bama Georgia. Okay. So we're really going to play Georgia twice, maybe 3 times with the playoff? Yeah. Yeah. Here's my reasoning. Except for one little detail. Georgia beats Bama. Nah, blind squirrel. You can forget that. Because here's my reasoning. I'm gonna watch this. Just like Georgia has a Bama problem, Texas has a Georgia problem. Book it, man. Blind squirrel. It is a known fact. It's a known fact that Georgia cannot, on a consistent basis, beat Bama. But Bama can consistently beat Georgia. I'm telling you now. But Georgia proved it last year that Texas cannot beat them. And that's where the difference is going to come in. And this year, Texas plays Georgia in Athens. We've proven, Bama has proven that we can beat Georgia anywhere. Anywhere. Dwight, but I know this is going to sound very juvenile right here, but didn't Georgia beat Texas twice in the same year in a short amount of time? They did it. Exactly, Jermaine. Exactly. Michigan has our number. We can beat Georgia, but we can't beat Michigan. Oops, ouch. You know. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Michigan has spanked us twice. What's crazy about that is Michigan beat us twice in the same year. You can't argue about that. Good morning, Brandon. Good morning. People don't want to wake up and smell that and drink that coffee, but Michigan beat us twice in the same year. So, you know, I ain't gonna say, well, you know what, Moonrock, Milroe couldn't beat him. Ryan Williams couldn't beat him. Who else? Jaron Bernard couldn't beat him. Justice Haynes couldn't beat him. So Justice Haynes couldn't beat him and went and joined them. See, so we got to get off this Milroe couldn't beat him. Milroe in that first game, let me tell you something. That wasn't a Milroe problem. That was a Tommy Rees problem. Because when you go back and look at that game, please don't get me started on that. Because my son, who is an Oregon fan, set me down and said, Daddy, I want you to watch something. I want you to watch something. And we went back and watched that Michigan, the first one, Michigan, Alabama game. All Alabama had to do was what? Run the football to the right side of the line over Jaden Roberts and Elijah Pritchard on that side of the line, they were whipping Michigan all day long. And all they had to do was run to the right. If they kept running to that quote-unquote, the proverbial strong side, if they kept running over on that side right there, but it was wide open all day. It was open all day. That was in the first one. Now, in the second one last year, I don't know what the problem was there. And what's so crazy about that, Michigan didn't even pass the ball. So that wasn't just a Milroe problem. I'm not going to let everybody just keep dumping on Milroe like that. That's not fair. You had a problem all the way around. You had a problem all the way around. But the bottom line remained is that Michigan owns Alabama right now. Michigan's own Alabama. Wait a minute, here we go. Alabama owns Georgia. Michigan owns Alabama. Georgia owns Texas. Now that's the truth of the matter. And Michigan owns Ohio State. I'm going to say it again. Alabama owns Georgia. Michigan owns Alabama and Ohio State. And Georgia owns Texas. But yet, Ohio State are your national champions. That's facts, folks. It pains me to say that. It bothers me to say that. That's why this year, yes, Blind Squirrel Sports, it is interesting. So let's squash this 2024 season. I've asked before. I'm going to ask again. Squash Nick Saban. He's not coming back. And I hope y'all saw where his daughter got on social media and said, Dad ain't coming back. He's not coaching anymore. And if anybody should know, that's her daddy. Daughters are going to look out for their dads. I told y'all what Kirby Smart said. The boss is not going to let him come back. So, telling you now, so let's squash the Saban talk. Let's squash the Milroe talk. Leave Caleb Downs at Ohio State where he is. We're going to face Roydell Williams in 43 days. All this talk on all who left, who's not there, and this and that and the third, leave them alone. They're gone. Kaput. Goodbye. This is a new season. Thank you. Thank you, Dwight, and thank you, Brother Go. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, his daughter Kristen spoke, Lane Kiffin spoke, Kirby Smart spoke. They all spoke, and they all said that he's not coming back. And look, and for those of us that got good common sense, we know he's not coming back. Milroe made a lot of mistakes in that first game. He did, but the play that everybody's talking about, that was a Tommy Rees call play. That was Tommy Rees. Tommy Rees called that. All they had to do was keep running the football. Run the ball. Michigan couldn't stop Justice Haynes and Jam Miller in that game. Excuse me. They could not stop Justice Haynes and Jam Miller in that game. They couldn't stop them. And if they had us kept with the run to that right side, go back and pull the game up, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. And then, anyway, I'm done with that. Let's leave that where it is. We rolling in 43 days. Nick Saban's not going to be there. Jalen Milroe's not going to be there. Justice Haynes is not going to be there. Roydell Williams is not going to be there. Tommy Reese is not going to be there. Bob is not going to be there. Pete Goldens is not going to be there. None of those other guys are going to be there. So it's best that we leave it where it is. Dwight, hit that clip for me one more time. We need that part. That's how, you know, whenever I hear those past names brought up, the GOAT is coming. That's what you're going to get on this channel. I don't want to hear it. I'm done with it. They don't play for us anymore. They don't coach us anymore. That's that. So let's embrace what we have. Let's take confidence in who we have, and let's get ready in 43 days. FSU, you first. You're first. Now I'm seeing some folks in the chat saying, please hit the like button. Please do what they ask you to do, or we're gonna roll up on you. Hit that like button. Come on now. So, Susan, how you doing, Susan? Good to see you, Susan. Now, about finances, right quick. This is just a question and everything. New to the channel, but I love the show. Thank you, Blind Squirrel. Have an awesome weekend, everyone. Thank you, Blind Squirrel. Blind Squirrel, when is your show, sir? When is your show? We want to push you. I'll push everybody. Blind Squirrel Sport. Man, I gotta give me another pay. I gotta give me another. Yeah. Blind Squirrel Sports. Now, I asked about finances is because of the fact I want to know, does anybody on this channel have a quote unquote, does anybody deal with cryptocurrency on here? That's why I asked about finances. Does anybody deal with cryptocurrency? Does anybody deal in the stock market? If you do, speak now or forever hold your peace. Does anybody deal in cryptocurrency? Crypto, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, XRP, others? Yes. Does anybody deal with that? Or do you know of anyone who deals with it? Okay, cool, Moon Rock. Cool. Thank you, sissy. Thank you. Cool. I don't know about a great deal about it, but I got some. Okay, cool. Thank you, Moon Rocker. That's one. Anyone else? Anyone deal with crypto? Stocks, all that good stuff? I don't do crypto, but I got stock in Honda, Toyota, and Disney, and this battery company. Okay, cool. Be sharp. I saw that coming from way down the street last night when I was watching it. When I went back and watched the replay, I said, it's about to be on at my brother's house now. Yes. Anybody else? Okay. We're going to be doing some things in regards that with since we do have a 401k crew. Okay, AA, I know. Okay, you have stock. Okay, cool. And we're going to be talking about that, and I'm going to be bringing someone on the show sometime to talk about stock and crypto. And I'm telling you now, crypto is going to be rewarding if you know what you're doing. And so we're going to have someone, I'm going to try to get someone to come. I have someone that's helping me with it. And I hope that they can take the time out to appear on my show. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to do more than just talk about Bama football, but because money is important, finances is important. Streams of income are important. Generational wealth is important. And so I want to see you prosper. I want to see you make it. I really do. You know, I want to see you make it. So that's what I wanted to know about finances. So thank you for bringing that back up for me, Double A, and to the others. Bino, I think I saw you right in there about finances. Thank you for keeping me reminded about finances. And we're going to talk about that as we get into the season and everything. He don't have a show. Blind Squirrel said he doesn't have a show. I want you to put the word yet, Blind Squirrel. You don't have a show yet. But I greatly appreciate your kind words and future support. But guess what? The future starts now. The future starts now. So Blind Squirrel, may I give you a piece of advice? Man, just start doing shorts. Start doing shorts, sir. Start doing shorts. Put your, you know, you got a channel right here. So start doing some shorts and posting them. Go to TikTok, do some shorts. You'll be amazed at how you can build your following up. Tell your friends about it. That's what I did. That's how I got started. And that's how I'm still starting. That's how I'm still going. I'm 268 in, on my way to 300, working my way to slowly to 500 and then 1,000. That's what you do. But the first step is the beginning of your journey. Take that first step and put your first short out. Keep working at it. Keep doing it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And any way that we can help you over here, we'll help you. See, don't pay no attention to Gil Cruz. He's a bully now. He's a bully. He's this big bully. He don't pay no attention to Gil. He part of the 401k crew, but that dude is crazy. He always looking for a new punching bag. He's a bully, Bob. Don't you do it, Blind Squirrel. I'm telling you now. Don't do it. Don't give him that. All right. You gonna fool around and give him some ammo, and yonder he go well away. Okay, I got you. Okay, Blind Squirrel, you don't know Gil either, because see, you just ran up his tree and didn't know it. Man, we just having fun. I'm just saying. So Blind Squirrel, just start on that, man. Just start with some shorts, bro. Start with the shorts and then go from there and watch it grow. Start with the short. Calculate it out. Whatever it is that's on your brain concerning sports and everything, put that Blind Squirrel approach to it. That's what Piano Man does. I ain't studying haters, but they're gonna come, like what you just said. But I love my haters though. They help me kept me with my Gatorade. You know, so anyway. But I thank everybody for joining me today. I gotta go and take care of something for my life and everything. I wanted to do this first because this keeps me motivated, this keeps my mind off things, and keeps me moving on, all that kind of stuff. Now, tonight, I'm going to be on late, so KB is going to have to handle it tonight until I can get there from Bible study, Vacation Bible School, and everything, doing double duty there. And so I just want to thank everybody for coming. 43 days, folks, and we rolling. We are here. The champ is here, you know, and everything. Don't eat no sugar. I got the sugar. I got the sugar. No, don't eat no sugar today. The white, that didn't quite come out right. Cause anyway, we're not starting that right. We ain't starting that today. KT, be quiet. You, don't you start up B sharp. Nope. And that'll be a no. Double L. What's up, man? Don't. You either double A, double L. Don't y'all start. Don't y'all start up. We not going. We've been doing pretty good. Latoya, you be quiet too. Don't you start up. You and Steven, don't start with that honeybee stuff. Susan, I don't want to hear it. Now, she's good. Anitra's not on here because I don't need Marvin Cease. A Marvin Cease song will not do right about now. KT, don't you start either. And Double L, oh God. I done talked Anitra up, y'all. Be sharp, be quiet. Be sharp, Anitra. Who else? KT, don't y'all start this morning. Don't y'all start. See, double it. No honeybees this week. I don't know about we watching. Coach Roll, man, I love you, bro. I love you, man. Woo woo. But Coach Roll, Coach Roll, man, I love that man. That was my favorite basketball coach, Coach Roll, man. Coach Roll said, "I got the sugar." I ain't laughing at the man because he was diabetic. I just wish he would have just said I'm diabetic. But when he could talk about I got the sugar. What? And now here we go. And now these folks over here in the chat won't let that go. I never should have told that story. That's on me, man. Now here we go with the honeybee and all that kind of stuff and everything. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Blind Squirrel over here talking Spanish. Man, I'm gonna do the Fred Sanford on you now. I'm gonna do the Fred Sanford. You come telling me some buenas noches. I'm gonna say in beans and disease to you too. Holding these too. All that kind of stuff. Talk where I can understand. I ain't saying that in no racist way. I just like having fun, Blind Squirrel. I do that with everybody, you know. But anyway, well, listen, the who? The bit. KT, don't start. Quit. Stop. Shout out to all content creators and podcasters everywhere. See, they just, man, my crew, man, Lord, what would I do wrong? Where did I go wrong? I'm gonna say this now. Now, the thing about it is, what y'all don't want is for Piano Man to get started. Now, y'all don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't. You do not want Piano Man to get started. See, thank you, Anitra. You just keep it at a roll time. Because, see, you, Anitra, I'm going to go on to tell you. I laughed at you and KT so yesterday until I had a cramp in my stomach and I was crying from laughing at y'all. Ask, and you shall receive. Ask, and you shall receive. Oh, Lord. That I don't go nowhere without my mason jar. I'm serious. I'm at that stage in my life. I don't go nowhere without my mason jar. Me and my mason jar. I don't go nowhere. Double L, you know, Piano Man ain't going too far without the old mason jar. I ain't lying to you. You know what? See, Gil Cruz. Gil ain't, see, Blind. Look here, Blind. Leave Gil alone. I'm telling you now. Creek water. Yes, sir. Ain't nothing like it. See, Blind Squirt. You know what? I'm finna get off of here. Shout out to all content creators and podcasters everywhere. Listen, our work is being appreciated. Our voices are heard. And our faces are being remembered. Listen, keep your head to the sky. Keep doing what you do and everything. Keep doing what you do. And just remember, no sense in being, no need to be envious or jealous about another content creator podcaster. I told you all morning, the kitchen is big enough for everybody to cook in and everyone get to eat. So stop being jealous. Quit being jealous. In the words of my pastor, Bishop Kenneth Preston, stay focused, strive, and go forward. In Jesus' name. Now check this out. I may not see you personally today or tomorrow, but I will see you in the long run. And I always know I'm no expert. I ain't studying you, Moon Rock. I'm no expert, but I just know what I'm talking about. So until the next time, Susan, you're going to like this. You're going to like this, Susan. You're going to like this. Carla, you're going to like this. Until the next time, God bless you. Have a great day. Forget them trees, them hedges, and every other opponent of Alabama. FSU, 43 days. You're going to be first. Look here, Buster, there's a job with your name on it. Go get it. Buster, there's a job with your name on it. Go get it. It's waiting on you. Okay? It's waiting on you. I prophesy to you, Buster, that if it's money that you're wanting, a job is what you need. And I prophesy that in 2 weeks after you get that job, you will have money in your pocket. So, Buster, there's a job with your name on it. Go get it. 3-stroke Charlie, the doctor will see you now. And Billy, you still too short to play basketball. You still too short to play basketball. Everybody, until tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Everybody west of Texas, you know what time it is for you. It's KB, it's Piano Man, keeping it a buck and everything. Now, like I said, I'm gonna be late getting on here. Yeah, 3-stroke Charlie, KT. Yeah, 3-stroke Charlie. Anyway. 43 days and we rolling, y'all. So everybody, you have a great weekend. Have a great day. See you tonight. Like I said, I'm going to be late getting on with KB, but we still going to be keeping it a buck. And I know good and well KB going to be giving somebody the business here. Hey, thankful for 33 in the chat. And don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're listening, looking, lurking, Saints, Aints, and Friends, if you've never subscribed to our channel, subscribe to us. But not only me, but you know I got to do this. I got to give them shouts out. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to start off by saying Blind Squirrel Sports, we're waiting on you, guy. We're waiting on you. Let's get that started, man. And we're going to support you over here at the long run. Every little step you take, man, we with you. We got you, man. Alabama football, Tight Sports, LaQuisha Gordon. Hey, let's get my sister LaQuisha up to 1,000. I don't know if she's made it yet. I haven't heard from her in a few days. But if she has, let's push her to well over 1,000, just like we're pushing B Sharp and everything. Way outside with Cotton and them do wow. These are people that I promote, and these are people that I really promote and I support. Kyle Henderson, Ryan Fallon, all those guys that tied 100.9. Hall of Fame Jason, Stephen M. Smith, Spody Shody, Jake Merrill, Jan 716, Jonathan Lewis, man, you are the recruiting guru. ESPN needs you, just like the rest of the football world needs to invest in Jonathan Lewis. Tez in his SEC season, man, I hope you had a grand time with your family. Don't never take it for granted. Check him out, even though he's Auburn. Hall of Fame Jason is Oklahoma. I ain't seen Hall of Fame Jason. I think he's running from me because he know I got a problem with him. Yeah. So, KB, what can you say about the man? Kangaroo Black. B Sharp, my brother. Man, Mr. 1000 himself, giving away prizes, and your little brother Piano Man gonna join you. It's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog. Whatever a person can do, even at a larger scale, a person can do the same thing on a smaller scale. So let's get it going. Zach Pitcher Gaming, my friend, my brother. Let's support his channel. Let's continue to support. We got B Sharp, Ty Hayes, Coach Al, Coach Carl. We're on the block sports. That's Mr. Wisdom. That's Mr. Philosophical one himself. Coach Carl, Coach Sean, just my humble opinion. Marvin Constant, Justin Riley, Clint Lamb, all those guys at Bama Standard. These are people that I support. These are people whose channels I promote, whose content I watch, I gain from, I learn different little things. And so, hey, let's support these folks. And if you're supporting Three Stroke Charlie, you got a problem. But anyway, but that's your problem, not mine. What's up, Three Stroke Charlie? What's what? Y'all nasty. KT. Oh, I'm sorry. I got caught up right there. KT, you know I'm finna. See that? See, that's that part 3 stroke. Let me get off it. KT, see, that's the problem with 3 stroke Charlie. That ocean. Y'all, man, I'm done, man. I'm done. Be sharp. KT, yes, you do know. Susan, go help KT out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. See that? Wait, KT, what Susan just said. Oh my goodness. See, Susan, I told you, Susan, that once folks started catching on. Anitra, see, be sharp. Be sharp know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Oh boy. Come on, football season. You got to come on in. You got to hurry up football season. Zach Pitcher Gaming, it's gonna hit you after a while. When you in there playing the game, Zach, 3 stroke Charlie gonna come through. I'm telling you now. Exactly. Some people be lost and then they be fine. Gil Cruz, OG, let's just hope 3 stroke Charlie don't find them. Listen, if you are, I gotta go. If you are approached by Buster and 3 stroke Charlie, I'm just gonna tell you now, I ain't got but one word for you: run. Run. Man, grown folks talk. Thank you. My sister got it. She got it. That's grown folks talk. Oh, KT, you know what the business is. Look here, y'all. Have a good weekend. Roll Tide. I'll see y'all tonight with KB. Like I said, I'm gonna be late getting there, but I'm coming and everything. And Dwight, I'll get with you today, and we're gonna get this this game off the ground. Thank you. I think it was Ephraim. Thank you for the other idea, Ephraim. And we're going to be real. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. I'm just focused on this season for Alabama football right now. Nick, I got you. But you know, I just got to throw some comedy in there somewhere and everything. I got to throw some comedy in there. So we all about that Bama football too. but I'm about having fun. I'm about that. Y'all watch them gold packs there. But anyway, let me leave that alone. Y'all have a good weekend. Roll Tide. Love y'all. Have a good weekend. God bless. And I'll see you tonight with KB, keeping it a buck. Y'all have a great day.